It is Monday, June 30th, 2025. I'm Chris Remo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It's a Monday crossword today, which means we're going to be solving an early week, hopefully relatively approachable themed puzzle, and I'm going to do it fairly quickly. At least that's the intention. We'll see how it works out. And this potentially quick edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Brett Sandman, Lunar Society champion, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for the generous support they provide in sustaining this channel day in, day out. Very grateful to them for that. Thanks to those four and to everybody who supports the channel via Patreon. If you'd like to do so, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link. You'll find bonus videos, of course, and for benefactors like those I've just mentioned, there's also the Let's Check the Crosses official mug. Thanks again to all of the patrons. All right, let's get on to today's crossword, a collaborative construction by Dina R. Verkuel and Andrea Carla Michaels, who's, they are a debut constructor and a very experienced constructor, respectively. So the debut for Dina R. Verkuel and one of many dozens by Andrea Carla Michaels. It's a Monday-themed crossword. Hopefully it's reasonably accessible. And I'm going to try and solve it quickly. Let's start solving, see how we get on. Guitar accessory, a capo maybe? For adjusting the sort of note range. Gear tooth, a cog, yeah, that looks good. Where the wild things are, there we go. That's a classic children's book. Baby's game is peekaboo, probably. Something moves like molasses, it oozes. So, Big Stuff Cookie, the official snack cookie of the New York Times crossword, the Oreo. My heavens, geez Louise, maybe? Soap making supplies, lies, traditionally. Shift, tab, and return would be keys on a keyboard. Art Town north by northeast of Santa Fe. Oh, Taos, I think? I've heard of that. Let's see. Inventor Nikola with a car named after him. Nikola Tesla, the inventor. End of a school's email address would be edu. Nothing but net sound. Oh, whoops, I misspelled Tesla. Sorry about that. I was thinking this seems odd because this is swish to represent the sound of a basketball going straight in. Cowboy's rope would be a lasso. Sporting event venue would be an arena. So here we have an ad war, an exchange of negative commercials, okay? 9-digit ID in the U.S. would be a social security number. And hold it right there. Whoa. Nelly? I don't know. I don't think that's right. Where eggs hatch. A nest? Crescent moon, for instance, is a phase of the moon. Comfy clothes for sleepy time are PJs, pajamas, holy camole, I guess that is. I don't think I recognize that phrase, but it's probably that. Occupation is a job. Walk heavily as through muck or snow would be to slog, I would think. And then classic Robert De Niro line in Taxi Driver, or a hint for 17, 25, 51, and 61 across. You talking to me, famously says to himself in the mirror. Well, to an imagined foe. Carping would be complaining, I'm not sure. Bay Area Airport code would be SFO, San Francisco International Airport. Cashmere or Angora, either one is a wool. Carping, what is this? Los Alamos, New Mexico. Flack? Or what is that? I don't know, sorry. Mighty Mighty Bosstones music genre, ska. Total up would be to add some numbers. No ifs, ands, or buts. Beast that brays would be an ass. Great Legs tribe would be, what, Erie? Hold it right there. Maybe it is Whoa, Nelly. Counterpart of a dog lover. Counterpart of a dog lover. Cat something? Garment for Dracula. A cape. Certain draft picks could be ales, so draft beer on draft, on tap. Bout enders for short. TKOs, technical knockouts. Oh, a cat person. There we go. That's what that is. So base that dissolves in water, alkali. Nickname for Haydn or Hemingway. Papa Haydn and Papa Hemingway, yes. The composer Haydn and the writer Hemingway both were known by that name, Papa. I did know that. Magazine with a celebrity on almost every cover. People magazine, I guess. And pieces of 1,000 words or so would be essays. So the Great Lakes tribes are indeed the Eries. Okay. So Noah's Ark, presumably fiddlesticks, nuts or something. A milk drinker may have one. A milk mustache. Raison d'être, reason to be in French. Fiddlesticks, nuts. It is that. Confession and confessional would be your sin confessed to the priest. So Sri Lanka, there we go. Timothy Leary's drug of choice, LSD, famously. George Jetson's dog, is it Astro, I think, from the Jetsons? Buyer's protection would be guard something. Ancient city fooled by a horse. Oh, no, guarantee, sorry. Ancient city fooled by horses, Troy, of course, famously. Absolutely, positively not. I'm not sure. They're right at 90 degrees. Right angles are 90-degree angles. Most achy would be the sorest, yeah. Serpentine would be, what, twisty maybe? Sheepish look maybe is a grin, lest we forget. Italy's Villa d'Este. Eye annoyance would be a sty. Absolutely positively not. No way, Jose. Oh, these are all names. I see you talking to me. Jabba the Hutt is a Star Wars villain. Now I remember. Oh, yes? The so-called Princess of Power, not sure. Remember during a massage? Ah, I suppose. I'm done with you. Bye, Felicia. Yeah. Parisian cap is a beret. Carne asada is a grilled dish from Mexican cuisine. Oh, Shira, I've heard of her. Gave sustenance to is fed someone. Crumbly cheese and a Greek salad is feta. We could have a fava bean. Hand out hands would be deal cards. No longer on one's plate is eaten. Bird like is avian. Let's see. Aloha state goose is the nene. Particle that's positive or negative is an ion. And CC would be I as an I captain. And then hello sailor is ahoy. There we go. That was the Monday crossword. So there we go. I think reasonably accessible. And we've got a nice Monday theme. You talking to me, consisting. Took me longer than it should have to actually understand what was going on with the theme, but I guess it's just because I wasn't really, I just wasn't really focused on it. So yeah, we've got the classic Robert De Niro line in Taxi Driver, which of course can be solved independently, and then you talking to me references several other phrases with names, each of which can also be solved independently. So, my heavens, geez Louise, hold it right there. Whoa, Nelly. Absolutely, positively not. No way, Jose. And finally, I'm done with you. Bye, Felicia. And there we have it. Let's see. Yeah, I think Bye, Felicia feels more recent to me than the rest of these. I feel as though at some point I must have known the origin of that. I can't remember. Someone can remind me in the Daily Solve Discord chat server or the comments. I can't remember what the derivation of this is, but I feel it's sort of within the last decade or so, maybe 10, 15 years. The rest of these, much older, of course. No Way Jose, One Nelly, and Cheese Louise. But there we go. A very nice, approachable Monday theme. I think this comes together very well in the sense that you don't need to think very much about the theme in order to solve it. You just work through the puzzle. But of course, they are all thematically linked with this nice central revealer. And there we have it. That was the Monday crossword. Pretty approachable one, I think, but let me know how you fared, as I say, in the comments or the Discord. And do consider subscribing to the channel if you've been enjoying these videos on YouTube. Thanks to those of you who've done so. And I'll be back tomorrow for a Tuesday crossword, which I'll solve, I think tomorrow with the crosses, I think is what, just the cross clues is what we're due tomorrow. So join me for that. But until then, please do have an excellent remainder of your Monday. Take care.